What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of World of a Difference. I'm one of your hosts, Heavy.
Me, Adrian.
Welcome to World of a Difference, a podcast where we talk about things that we have learned, applied to our lives, and seen it make a world of a difference.
Oh, and since we're married and opposites attract, we often have a difference of opinions, but are still able to coexist in one world, a world of a difference.
That's right. So as usual, how was your day today?
Let's not even, today was okay. Let's just bag it all the way back up to this week. Okay. The kids had to go to school for testing, and I was a nervous wreck. The kids haven't been to school since March, and they called and they had to go for testing. Then the school caught me off guard. They didn't even give me like a week's notice. They called on Sunday. It was like, hey, they got to be here Wednesday and Thursday for testing. Okay, so it's Amaya's first year in middle school, and I almost freaked out. Of course, you're not able to walk them in or anything like that. So Antonio walked up to the door, and I was
Why
like,
you almost freaked out?
because it's like, you know, she transitioned from elementary school to middle school, so it's a whole new thing. I'm always like that when they transition into a new phase in life. And especially now with COVID, I was like, did she have on a mask? Did she have a hand sanitizer? Did she know where to go? You know, things like that. So this week was just like, I made it though. That's all that matters is I made it. I wasn't prepared for that.
Well, just imagine going through that every day if she went to school every day.
I don't think it was so much of her. I think it was just the whole thing with the COVID and then it being her first time in middle school. Like she never did a tour or anything like that. She wasn't familiar with her surroundings. So that was hard for me. And then he didn't get to go to school with her. He went on the opposite day, so that made it all the worse. And I was like, do you even have lunch money, you know?
Well, they got to grow up. They ain't gonna stay babies forever.
I wasn't ready. Like, my daughter is in middle school.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready.
They got to grow. They just tell you how old you are if your daughter's in middle school.
I know. You know what? I used to complain about being old. Now I'm just grateful to be alive.
It's a blessing to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I used to be mad when I see gray hairs. I'm thankful for every little one I see now.
Oh,
you know
my
what
God.
I'm saying?
Y'all, this week,
For real.
when I got my hair braided, the girl was like, Nicole, you got a bunch of gray hairs in your head. And I was like, girl, I mean, this whole front up here, y'all, I mean, it's like 8 of them in one spot. Don't even include the rest of my head. Just 8 of them in one spot.
I got you.
But do you really think that means wisdom? Or do you think it means...
It could be wisdom. It could be hereditary. It can be stress. You know? Did your grandma have a head full of gray hair, white hair?
My dad's mom did.
I'm saying, like, how old, what age did they
She
start?
was, I don't know about what age you start getting the gray hair, but I don't think at my age that you're supposed to have this many gray hairs.
You'd be surprised. I got an uncle, he started getting gray at 30, like full head of gray hair at 30 years
Well,
old.
it seems like I'm on the way to that.
Well, it is a good thing you already married.
Well, I can always dye the hair black, so that's another good thing.
No, you ain't supposed to dye it. You know what I'm saying? You got to let it flow.
I mean, it ain't never been dyed, and it don't bother me. I guess because it's always covered. But
I got you. All right, well, I had a little good day today, but...
yeah, he been out for 2 whole days.
Thank God. I deserve it. That don't mean I didn't have anything to do for 2 whole days. Just because I was off, I still worked. So it is what it is. But I thank God for being off for 2 whole days. You know, I had to get my mind ready for this concert tomorrow.
Y'all, I am so excited. Oh, let me tell y'all, so y'all know, in previous ones, Donna said that he didn't want to dress like me and all this stuff or whatever. Okay, so guess what? Tonight he had me trying to pick out somewhat of an outfit for him. And he ran me crazy. This is the first time out of all the years we've been married for 7 whole years. He has never did me the way he did me tonight in Walmart.
How I feel? You do me like that all the time.
I do. But I try to tell you when you go to the store what aisle is on. I try to screenshot it so I can send you a picture of it so you don't have to do all that.
Well, I didn't even know. How can I send you something that I don't even know? I just told you to look for something.
But see, you know what? Had we dressed alike, just like I was like, well, in the previous post, he was like, well, the only reason why we dressed alike is because you bought the outfits. Okay, so had he let me do this go round, he wouldn't have been in the shape that he was in. But he didn't want to dress like me, so.
It's all good. I still got something fine.
Okay.
So it's all good.
We need to take a picture and have a contest to see who got the best looking outfit.
And we'll do that. We'll post it and y'all tell us who had the best fit.
And y'all better let me win.
No, tell the truth.
You right, tell the truth.
Me and y'all better stand up for your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm repping for the men.
I need everybody.
Thank God. Hey, and thank God for football season. The real football season starting tomorrow. SEC, Alabama football. Back, baby. Yes. Okay, let's just start off with some fun questions, all right? Is that cool?
I guess so.
Okay. If you were stranded on a desert island and have the option of bringing 3 items with you, what 3 items would they be?
Just only 3 items?
3 items.
Not 3 people?
3 items. Not people, items.
Bible, chicken, water.
So you just gonna bring 1 batch of chicken, and when the chicken gone, you...
I got the word of God.
Say what you should have said. You should have said, I'm gonna bring some seeds, the way you can grow you some.
Oh, well.
You just gonna bring chicken, and when the chicken gone, then what?
I never said, you said only 3 items.
Yeah.
I got the word of God. They was in the wilderness 40 days and 40 nights.
Okay, I got you. Mine would be my phone. My phone has the Bible on it, has YouTube on it, has things to keep me occupied.
What if you get there and ain't no service out there?
My charger and a generator.
Them smart.
You know what I'm saying?
He gonna survive. I would be out there.
Yeah, I can.
Just with the word of God.
I can call somebody and tell them, "Hey, I'm on the island stuck. Come get me." So you can't even call because you.
I can call Jesus.
Yeah, you can.
He ain't gonna never leave me nor forsake me now.
Nah, but he may make you sit there for a minute.
Well, maybe I may be in the season of disobedience, but when I come out now.
Okay. Next question: if you could be any animal, what would you be and why?
That's one thing I realized. An animal definitely ain't it. I'm not against animals.
Nah, but you got to name it. If you can be any animal, what would you be and why?
You know what? I'm going to say a dog. And I'm going to tell you why I say a dog. These dogs now, they got insurance. They go to daycare. They get makeovers. They got outfits. They got everything. These dogs live a lavish life. So I'm going to be a dog.
I got you. Well, I would be a lion. Since I am a Leo, I don't really do zodiac, but I am a Leo. I'm born in August. I would be a lion.
I would say a lion something so I'd be able to protect. But I'm going to be a dog, y'all. Because these dogs live a good life.
Okay. So what was the first concert you ever went to?
B2K, Bow Wow, and I think Pretty Ricky. And that was, y'all know, that was years ago. What was that stuff called? The Back to Millennium Tour or something?
Yeah, Millennium. I think it was something like that.
I think that was the first. I think that may have been, but I could be wrong. The first concert may have been when Kanye West came to City Stages. They may have been, but between, I think, no, it was the B2K or whatever they call it.
Oh my God, I just thought about it.
What?
The first concert I went to was Pastor Troy.
Oh.
Pastor Troy, but guess who I ended up opening up for?
Pastor Troy.
Ain't that something? That's crazy. I just thought about it. I went to see, when you said City Stages, my sister took me to see Pastor Troy at City Stages, not knowing years later I would be opening up for him. That's crazy. I just sit back and thought about that. That is crazy right there. Wow. Okay. If you can have any celebrity over for dinner, who would it be and why?
I don't know. In this day and age, I need somebody with wisdom. So it would be somebody older. Famous, just
Celebrity, yeah. Any celebrity. It can be a basketball player, football player, anybody that's considered a celebrity.
I need somebody with some wisdom. And I mean, they wise in all areas. You know who I would have? I would have Michelle Obama.
Okay. Why?
Just watching I can't think of the little documentary she had on Netflix, but I watched it on Mother's Day, and I really enjoyed her. She was neat. She was everything you need. She just I won't say not professional. She was everything. She was like everything you need. She was like a little hood. She was funny. She was professional. She was this. She was that. She was multiple things. So I'll take Michelle Obama. I'll ride with her.
I got you. Mine would be celebrity. I would go with my boy Kev on stage.
Oh, okay, I like Kev.
I had my boy at the house because I can get some tips from him about how to deal with this social media game and how to deal with high level success but still being a Christian. You know what I'm saying? And plus we can sit at the table and laugh and throw jokes back and forth all day. So I have my boy Kev. All right. You ready to jump right into it? Before I just seen this one pic. Who did you think you was?
I don't know. I was looking at that the other day with my hair sitting right on top of my forehead like that. That's so crazy. I was looking at that same picture the other day.
Check this out. Who she thought she was? She thought she was Michelle Obama then. Lord have mercy.
I was looking at that the other day. I swear to God I was. That's so funny.
That's crazy. Okay. Let's jump right into it. Welcome y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. First on the docket, big shout out to Deion Sanders. I don't know if you've seen it this week or not.
Something about a football coach.
Yeah, he got awarded the head football coach position at Jackson State in Mississippi, JSU, Sonny Boom of the South, and that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? For a man to come from wherever he was staying at, he's a millionaire. And he even said it in his acceptance speech. I didn't get off my 100 acres and a mule to come down here for nothing. You get what I'm saying? But for him to come to Mississippi in the deep South, in the middle of COVID, in the middle of racial tension and all that, you know, that says a lot. And to be coming to HBCU, that's going to bring a lot of attention to HBCUs. Schools and the NFL don't tend to draft from black colleges. And it's not that they may have something against the black college, but the black colleges don't get the media attention that they should get. So they don't even know that they kind of, you know, out there. People still know because you got scouts that's their mission to find, you know, players or whatever. But they don't get the national exposure as Alabama or, you know, Florida or anything like that. But with Deion being out there, that makes a big difference. You get what I'm saying? With him being the celebrity that he is, a lot of media is going to be focused down there now. So a lot of more players can get the attention that they needed to get. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And a lot of players, pretty sure, instead of going to these, you know, top-ranked schools, they're going to want to go to HBCU to play up under Coach Deion. You get what I'm saying? So that's going to be more revenue for the school, everything, you know. So that I just wanted to shout that out. You said you want to talk about...
Oh, yeah, the Breonna Taylor whole thing. I've never been a big activist, you know, on stuff. I always just put my comments in here and there with different people about, you know, how we feel about the situation. But I think just overall, and it's crazy, I was going to mention it last week when they just offered her, well, they awarded them $12 million. Like, to me, it's a slap in the face.
Right.
What is $12 million, you know? And then to let the man basically walk, you know, nobody was charged. Not nobody. I don't really know all the details surrounding the case other than she was a young girl. She had something going for her, and they kicked in did they even kick in the door of, I mean, I've just been reading so many different articles and like they really shot her home up. I don't even think, I think I heard somebody say they kicked in the door.
Well, they came in and the boyfriend shot first. He didn't, I think they say he shot at the ground.
Oh, okay.
You know, but the thing is, if somebody busting in your house, you gonna shoot, especially if you ask who they are and they don't say, hey, this the police.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that bothers me. Why wouldn't you say who you are, or why you didn't give them a chance to even come to the door and say, well, you know, whatever the procedure, you know, that takes place when you're, I guess, you got a warrant out for somebody to arrest, I assume. Right. I don't know the proper procedure, but, you know, it's just a big slap in the face on so many areas, just to think that you could just give them $12 million and that just erase the pain.
But if you don't arrest the officers, you're basically saying the officers didn't do nothing wrong,
Absolutely.
right? So why award them $12 million if nothing was done wrong?
Just to hush them up.
You get what I'm saying?
And that's sad, though, that they think that the mentality of black people, if we could just give them money, then they'll be quiet and we can just sweep it under the rug and, you know, that's right. It. You know, and it's pitiful. It's pitiful. It's sad. And, you know, everybody out, black lives do matter. They really do. They do. And you know, you want to have something to show your kids. You know, just imagine when the smaller kids get up in age and the way the world is going now. Just imagine when they get ready to read the history book. Just say if she was in the history book, and you know, slavery is always a very emotional topic when it comes to kids that are in a mixed environment. It probably ain't as bad when they're in, you know, mostly around their culture or their kind. But just imagine being in, you know, a room with a mixed environment of kids and things like this are talked about, you know. And just imagine, you know, and then just imagine a kid saying, "Oh, the police is bad," but then you got kids who are in school and their dad is the police officer, their mom is the police officer. You know, it's a lot. And I'm just a firm believer in right is right and wrong is wrong.
That's
I don't
it.
care how the situation is.
It's not a black-white thing. It's not a police officer criminal thing.
Right.
It's a wrong-right thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The difference. See, when we say Black Lives Matter, people think that we saying white lives don't matter.
Oh no, that's not the case.
But that's not the case. What we saying is we just want to be equal.
Right.
We don't want to be greater than. We just want to be equal. You get what I'm saying?
And
like, say for instance, I don't mean to cut you off, but say for instance, okay, black on black. They say, well, yeah, Black Lives Matter, but black people kill black people every day. You know what I'm saying? But guess what though? When a black person kill a black person, they go to prison.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's the difference.
Yeah.
Nobody gets to go home. If I go right now and I kill somebody for whatever reason, guess where I'm going?
I'm going to jail. Your
Okay.
life is over with.
You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's what we saying. Treat them with the same justice that you would give us. You get what I'm saying? Or give us the same equality that you would give them.
Absolutely. And
That's all it is in a nutshell.
yeah. It's just sad, you know, from George Floyd, even the way back in the beginning with Trayvon Martin and Tremere Rice, and the list just goes on and on and on and on. And the sad part is you can wake up tomorrow and here it is again on the news, you know. That's the sad part. And it's like the more they just sweep their wrongdoing under the rug, the more they're okay with just doing it.
But see, that's the more that they do that, the more enraged our community becomes.
Right,
You get
right.
what I'm
That's
saying?
very true. That's very true.
It's trauma on top of what we already had to go through all these years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just go to 2 different neighborhoods and do the same thing.
Man.
Go to an all-white neighborhood and tap somebody on the shoulder. They're gonna turn around and go, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on, buddy? Can I help you?"
But even riding through the neighborhood, you could be riding through and they out there jogging, and you in your car, they gonna wave at you.
Right.
You know.
But just follow this scenario though. I go to a white neighborhood, right? I tap them on the shoulder. They gonna say, "Hey, buddy, how you doing? How can I help you?" If I go to a black neighborhood and I tap them on the shoulder, first, man, what?
Yeah.
But see, that's how the trauma has made us do that. We can't even be free people. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Every time you walk past a black person, especially young, they mean mugging. You know what I'm saying? They're mugging for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? I used to do the same thing. But that's been passed down to us, you know what I'm saying? And if we don't break the curse and teach our children something different, we'll pass on the same thing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree 100%.
You know, so that's the biggest thing is I'm trying to, I can't touch everybody, but I can touch the ones for sure in this house. You know what I'm saying? They can touch their friends, and I can touch who I'm connected to. Just give them free game. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about me being number one in anything. You know what I'm saying? My music platform, that's what I'm using it for. I'm going to teach you through my music. I'm a teacher. I'm going to teach you through my music. Yeah, you probably don't know the old rapper KRS-One. You don't know KRS-One. But he used to give knowledge and wisdom through his music. You get what I'm saying? Kind of like Ice Cube kind of did the same thing too a little bit. But yeah, that's what I want. I just want to get the game. You know, I can tell you not what to do by the mistakes that I made. And I can teach you the things that I have acquired, you know what I'm saying, in this life through the age that I am. You get what I'm saying? So where you can, because music, the reason I do it through music is the soundtrack to life.
It is.
You get what I'm saying? No matter where you go, you're going to hear music. You understand what I'm saying? In the Bible, Saul called David to come play the harp. Why was that? To calm him down. See, music controls your mood. You get what I'm saying? When
It does.
when you're in the elevator, guess what happens? They play some soft music. Why? To calm you and not focus that you
in the
waiting.
elevator, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And that's the same thing, you know. I was just since you said that when you call somebody on the phone,
Oh, yeah.
they got just like the day when we called, she had us on hold for a long time, and she had the music. I wouldn't even
calm you.
Yeah, but I was so annoyed by the music, I wasn't even worried about how long it took her to get back to the phone.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true.
It's the soundtrack, even at the gas pumps now. You know what I'm saying?
They got the little thing on the TV, especially Shell.
When you shopping,
yeah,
you hear music. Why is that? Because they know the better mood that you in, the more money you gonna spend. I'm just being for real.
Yeah, the better mood and the more hungrier you go in the store.
Restaurants don't you hear music at the restaurants? When you learned your ABCs, how did they teach you?
Through song.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, through Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That's just how important music is. You get what I'm saying? So my job is to take that tool and apply knowledge to it. Biblical and natural. All just to inspire people, encourage people, enlighten and empower. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It may be money situations. It may be financial decisions, marital choices, just knowledge, just right thinking, critical thinking. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Whatever it may be. I mean, that's important. We got to learn how to reach our youth so they don't grow up and be out of hand. Yeah. You can't get mad at them for growing up and they killing each other when you letting them listen to music that's telling them to kill each other. You get what I'm saying? Yep. You part of the problem. You get what I'm saying? You can't do that. We can't have a double standard. You know, if it's right, it's right. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's it with me. You know what I'm saying? That's the main focus, the main goal, man, is to just reach the youth. You know, is that what you feel like your mission is in life?
I don't know so much about the youth.
Okay.
You just give me the little kids. If I had an opportunity to speak, I wouldn't turn it down because I know my story could possibly help somebody, you know. And that's all. And that's with everything in life, is just to help somebody so they don't make the same mistakes. You know, it's just amazing what you learn from people. You know, because it's some simple stuff that you never know that if you just sit down and you talk to a person, I guarantee, I don't care who it is, I don't care what age it is, I don't care what race, I don't care the whether it's male, whether it's female. If you sit and talk to somebody, you will learn one new thing. I don't care if you go into it closed-minded, if you're in the open-minded. One thing I've learned, I don't care who you talk to, I don't care how long you talk to them, you can learn something every day from somebody. So I wouldn't dare turn down the opportunity, but reaching the youth just ain't my thing because I ain't hip.
It ain't about being hip, it's just about being an OG like you said you were. That's what OGs do. OGs teach the BGs. You get what I'm saying? OG is original gangster, BG is baby gangster.
Oh.
The OG, see, I told you wasn't no OG.
No,
but see, that's what's missing in today's time. You know, let's not just take away the OG and BG part, but a lot of elders not sitting down with the young men. You get
and
what
they don't want to. It ain't that the old people don't want to pour out knowledge. I've never met a older person that didn't want to give somebody some sort of knowledge. You really?
Yeah, because they feel like the older people are still trying to do what the young people are doing. So if I give you the game, you above me. You get what I'm saying? I've encountered that. You know what I'm saying?
It's pitiful.
Yeah, it ain't a lot of real OGs out here. Now I know a few that will get that game. That's some of the best thing you can do, man. I'm telling y'all, go around older people. Mm-hmm. Oh man, you talking about not only will they give you wisdom and game, but man, you gonna laugh, boy. They will have you laughing by simply just telling their stories. You get what I'm saying? You know, it's so much wisdom. We need to connect that gap. You get what I'm saying? Like, get the young ones to going back around their uncles and grandparents and stuff on the weekends. I learned so much game from my daddy and my granddad and my uncles and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really important, you know, to have that. I wouldn't be as far as I am now have I not grown up that way. You get what I'm saying? So you said you wouldn't be a speaker, you would be a What?
I'm not a speaker. It take everything of me to get on here every Friday and do this podcast. I am a behind the scenes, like what you need me to do type person. That's how I've always been. I don't believe in shining spotlights. That's not what I was called to do. I don't ever desire to be out in the forefront. I'm the behind the scenes person. I like to stand at the end and like, well, it was my team that helped me, do this. So I'm the kind of behind the scenes person, get your hands dirty. But, if I ever had the opportunity, I wouldn't turn it down because you just don't know who life you may make a difference in on that particular day, So, and you don't know what people come looking for, Some people may not have experienced the stuff that I've experienced. So my story may be for somebody, who grew up without a father, who experienced teenage pregnancy, who's been shot, who's such and such and such. I mean, the list could just go on and on and on and on.
Right.
Or whatever. But so I wouldn't dare turn down the opportunity because it's my thing to help somebody. Mm-hmm. So I would never turn down the opportunity. But behind the scenes, you need me, I'm there.
So what would you go back and teach the 18-year-old Nicole? 3 things.
Save. I can't stress the importance of saving enough. I mean, I know save.
So what? Since that's a good one, let's eat on that one right quick. Save. Why is it important to save, and what are good ways to save?
It's important to save because you don't never know when it's gonna rain. That's key. That's always. And coming from home, at home I didn't pay any bills. I ain't paid no bills. Like when I got with him and the first bill came, I was looking at him like, what is this? Thank God, it's pros and cons to everything. And now, had I knew what I knew then, I would have saved every paycheck I had. But you want to enjoy life. Everybody go through the phase of the hair and the nails and the clothes. You just living life at the moment. You're not thinking about what's to come. Eventually, you're gonna have to move out of your parents' house. Stuff like that. You don't think about that when you're young. You just enjoying life. Well, that wasn't my mindset. Everybody grows up different. So I can't stress the importance of saving.
Did you go around your aunts and uncles and stuff like that? Like that's what I was talking about earlier about being around the OGs. They tell you that kind of wisdom.
No, my family was never like a knitted family, so I can't say that I could say that I have learned different things from different people, but I can't say like your family. Even if it's still like a small function, it's still a bunch of y'all because it's a large number of y'all. Right. So it's not a large number of us or whatever. Very small, and everybody kind of stayed in their own little lane. So I can't say, but as I grew older, now I did learn different things from different family members and growing older, but growing up, nah.
Right. You told me your Auntie Louise taught you a lot of stuff.
Yeah, just being in their home, it's different. Like I said, I grew up in a single parent home. My dad died when I was 5 years old, so I had just that little time, but in that time they weren't together. So, that's big. To me, what's important to me and my family, what I desire for me and my family, is the kids to grow up in a home where both mom and dad are there. And if mom and dad can't be together, as long as mom and dad are working together as a team, that's fine too, because they still get the best of both worlds. I feel like it's some stuff daddies can teach that mamas can't teach, and I think it's stuff that mama can teach that daddy can't teach, So I think you need mama and daddy. Shout out to all the single mamas. Shout out to all the single fathers. I've been in the single mother role before. It ain't easy. Being a woman is hard, so I can imagine the load that a man carries. Even the aunties that have to step up, the grandmas, the granddaddies. Sometimes in some cases things just go well. Everybody got to play a role in it.
Takes a village.
Yeah, it really does. So shout out to everybody that may be raising kids that not. That's not their own. Even with the stepmoms and I won't say step. Let's just call them bonus moms and bonus dads. We'll say stuff like that. It really takes a village to mold kids nowadays. because the outside world, it just screams so loud at them and it's got so much to just draw their little eyes in, but if you got that molding, and it's always make it, I'm not saying be your kids' friends, but make it comfortable where they're not so much of afraid, they're fearful to talk to you. You don't ever want that type of thing where they're fearful.
Well, that's usually how it goes in a household. You have two. You have a man and a woman, husband and wife. Usually they talk to the mom, but they don't really talk to the dad.
But sometimes it may be the opposite. Sometimes. It's very rare.
Very rare. But that's usually how it goes. They know to come to the daddy for provision and protection. They go to mom about, pimples and, what I'm saying, stuff like, other stuff. I ain't gonna go into details, but other stuff like that. That's usually what they do. But I want to go back to what you were saying about the saving. My boy Jamal dropped the gym this morning, man. It was so heavy. He was saying that talking about our people, black people, we spend first generation money.
Mm-hmm. What is first generation money?
First generation money is your paycheck. We spend it on luxuries when we really supposed to spend second generation money.
So basically saying you take your paycheck and build up your wealth.
Take your paycheck and build up the second generation money by buying assets and investing. Mm-hmm. When you get returns from your assets and from your investments, that's what you spend on your luxury stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Then you can spend some money after you done made some money, basically,
right.
in a nutshell.
See, we starting off from ground zero and we digging to -1. You understand what I'm saying?
That's true.
We ain't saving. You know what I'm saying?
But look at some, if you go far as back, to grandparents and stuff, they probably didn't make enough money to save. So they always, some
didn't, but it was people in the 60s that had businesses.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So everybody wasn't. You know what I'm saying? The problem that I have is when you have acquired knowledge and assets and made the investments, when you try to tell others, either they don't want to hear it or they think that you better than them.
Absolutely.
When you really just trying to help because it's no fun if I'm doing this by myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I got to pick you up and bring you with me.
Not only that, but when I go on a vacation, I want to go on a vacation with the whole, the whole group, the whole gang. Not just with me. Then I got to pay for everything. That ain't no fun. You know what I'm saying?
How it goes, though.
Right. I just want to be able to, whatever. If I can call, I know some people I can call right now and say, hey, bro, I got this business adventure. I can call 3 people. Let's put in $3,000 a piece and let's go on buy this such and such and get this. And they'll be down to do it. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But why isn't it 30? You get what I'm saying?
Half don't have the money saved.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about building communities. You know what I'm saying? Let's build a community. I come up with an idea. I may not even want the idea, but it may be something you're looking for. Mm-hmm. I give you the idea. You already got the money to run with it. You couldn't think of the idea, but you had the money. I thought of the idea, but didn't want to make money off of it. Here you go, bro. Run with that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
It's about helping one another.
But it's too much division and hatred. You know what I'm saying? It's not right. It's so much division that it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's truly ridiculous. I mean, it's division everywhere. The number one trick that the devil did was division, because he know the power that unity brings. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what he does is keep us from being unified. Rich, poor, black, white, Democrat, Republican. All of that. He keeps us divided.
Man, woman.
He keeps us divided. He keeps us divided at all times. So that just was a quick thought I had on my mind. You know what I'm saying? What's the next thing you want to hit on?
Just like what you just got through talking about division. But some people just don't like you.
Oh, that's always.
Like, you can be the sweetest person. You can give them everything. You could be there for them in their time of need or whatever may take place. You can cheer them on and be genuine in doing it. That's my thing.
That's
being
the part
genuine
that hurt.
in doing it. And to only find out that they stabbing you in your back.
That's the part that
That's
hurt.
the part right there.
That you genuinely got love for them and you
Yeah.
realize that it ain't mutual.
Right.
Yeah,
That's the most hurtful thing.
That'll hurt
And
you.
you know, I used to sit around and, well, what did I do? Or what could I have done to, prevent this person from...
Right. But the thing is, it's nothing that you can do. Because if you did everything right, they'll still find a reason not to like you.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
That's the sad part.
Yeah, that's real. Some people are like you because you breathing. You know what I'm saying? Some people, I'm serious. People just, they can't even really point out why they don't like you. If they ever just sit back and thought about, why do I not like them? They couldn't come up with a response. It's just something that's just in, some people.
I wonder why is it like that? Like, why we can't be happy for one another? If God bless somebody with a house, I don't care if I don't know you. I'm cheering you on.
I'm going to help you move. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. I'm going to help you move. You know what I'm saying? Because I get joy off seeing you happy. You know what I'm saying? It go back to that community thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
I get joy off seeing my brothers and sisters, prospering.
Right.
Doing good,
Because I'd rather see you doing good than see you on the street.
Right. Me and my cousin Terrence used to have this philosophy when we was doing our thing, whatever. This was the main thing that we always used to say. They're going to talk about you whether you doing good or bad. So I might as well do good.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying?
That is so true.
And man, I swallowed that thing and I've been walking that walk ever since. If I focus all the time about what you thought about me, man, I wouldn't get nothing done. I'm serious. I wouldn't get nothing done. But I got to think about the family God has put me over. Leaving an inheritance for them, building wealth, making sure my relationship right with God, that's what the main thing is. I gotta make sure I treat people right. You know what I'm saying? As long as I know,
biggest thing.
As long as I know I treated you right, I couldn't care less about what you think about me because I did everything I could to treat you right. You get what I'm saying? If you don't like me or whatever the case may be, then that's a you problem. It won't be because I did something to you. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't like you. Man, it's so many reasons why. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't like you because they don't. Okay, they don't want to see you happy.
But
because they're not happy.
It's so big. But if you come over here, I can show you what it is. It ain't nothing but Jesus.
But they can know what it is, and still, you don't think people got Jesus, and still don't want to see you happy.
Man, I would assume not. We both serve the same God. He just like He bless you, He'll bless me too.
Well,
I don't get it.
Everybody don't believe that though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't got the faith that you got. You understand what I'm saying?
It's true, but just if that's the case, then come on over.
It's easy and it's simple. It sounds easy to say, but everybody don't think that way. People will have in their minds a great validation, a great reason why they don't like you. But if they told it to somebody, it wouldn't even make sense.
I probably why they saying it wouldn't make sense to them.
I mean, at the end of the day, even if you got something against somebody, Bible say, bless those that curse you.
Oh, and go to them and them alone.
And pray for them for the ones that despitefully use you. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you really shouldn't have hate in you, because even if they're an enemy, the Bible still tell you to love them. So if they're your friends, you're supposed to love them, and if they're your enemies, you're supposed to love them. So where the hatred come from? It shouldn't even be. You know what I'm saying? But it is. It's a real thing now. I've experienced so much hatred. It's ridiculous. And I ain't gonna say the nicest guy in the world. You know what I'm saying? But I think I treat people right. I would give you the shirt off my back. You know what I'm saying? And literally, and walk home shirtless. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't like me, then to me, it's a you problem. You get what I'm saying? Not saying that I ain't got no issues.
But what if you've offended this person and the person's scared to say something to you and they just walk around mad at you?
Well, that's on them. They go back to being a you problem because you supposed to came to me and told me that I offended you. If you come home to me and you say something to me and I don't never let you know, hey, that offended me, you're going to keep doing it. And I'm gonna keep being offended.
Right.
And sooner or later it's gonna be a problem.
That's
When
true.
I can just stop it right there, nip it in the bud. You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, I don't like the way you do that. That offends me. Or that hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And then you say, well, I ain't even mean it like that.
Right,
Baby.
and
You
that's
know
what I was
I'm
about to say.
Communication.
9 times out of 10, it always be the case. They didn't even know that they offended you.
Communication.
That's very true.
Yeah, communication.
That is very true.
You'll walk around, see, we use husband and wife right then, but you can be walking around with some friends. You may have told a joke or laughed or anything, or somebody may be walking around thinking that you hate them, but they never came to you and asked you or said anything to you. You understand what I'm saying? They may say something to you and find out you the best friend they could have ever had.
That's
you get
true.
what I'm saying?
That's very true.
That's why I tell every temps that come through our company, when a temp come through there, I tell them, don't listen to what nobody else say about nobody.
Right.
Get to know the person for yourself.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? Don't listen to nobody. Everybody saying, oh, don't mess with certain. No, get to know that person for yourself. Because that person may be the total opposite of what they saying. It may end up being the person that God needed you to meet to connect to something different. You get what I'm saying?
That's very true.
Get to know the person on your own. Don't go off nobody else's ideology, about somebody else's thoughts about somebody else. You get what I'm saying? Imagine if I go off somebody else's thoughts, if I came across somebody and they said, hey, man, don't mess with Nicole.
We've had that happen.
We wouldn't even be married or nothing like that. You get what I'm saying? We wouldn't be married. We wouldn't have
Nothing.
the stuff that we got now. You know what I'm saying? If I would have listened to something like that. You get what I'm saying?
But what makes my biscuits burn is what gives you the right to go around and say, this is a bad person. You shouldn't associate with them.
I don't know.
That is the craziest thing to me ever.
I don't know, baby.
And the crazy part about it, 9 times out of 10, they have never came in contact with the person that they're saying don't talk to, don't speak to them or whatever.
Well, that's why you got to have your own mind.
That's very true. Because people will try to bait you over to their side to make the person look bad.
You got to have your own mind, and you got to be led by the Spirit. The Spirit will tell you, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, baby.
The Spirit will let you know if somebody right or wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Sure will. And it don't take long either.
It's up to you to pay attention to that, though. You know
what
I'm saying?
Okay, so if that is the case, if you are led to the person and that person may not be a good, what if they just got one fault? Okay, that's just like they say, well, don't talk to Brother Greenhouse. Okay, don't let Brother Greenhouse over in your house because he robbed somebody. He got a history of robbing people or whatever. But do you think it's okay to go up to Brother Greenhouse and say, well, hey, Brother Greenhouse, not so much just bringing up their past, but just to talk to the person to get to know them, for themselves. Why did you rob the people or whatever the case may be? Right. Or whatever the bad thing that people out here putting out about you.
It's got to be a spirit-led thing because God may be the one sending you to talk to Brother Greenhouse for a deliverance or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's the part. You miss out on doing the work that you really called to do because you in your own feelings. Now that's something.
But that's why I told you got to have your own mind. You can't go off what nobody tell you. I've always been the kind of person, and I'm sorry, it's a blessing and it's a curse. But I gotta touch the stove to see that it's hot.
Yes, Lord, that is me.
You get what I'm saying?
You can tell me all day. I can see it on it.
my dad used to tell me a whole bunch of stuff. But I had to touch it and find out on my own. But when I found out on my own, that made a sure stamp not to do that again. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like sometimes when parents tell you don't do it, you go out there to do it just to see what's gonna happen. Right. That's most of the case.
Well, one of the problems with our people, we'll tell people not to do a certain thing,
but won't tell them why not to do it.
Why not to do it, and the consequences of what happens to doing it. You get what I'm saying?
That's very true. That's very true.
And another thing that we do is we tell people not to do it, but we still do it.
That's very true. Yes, Lord.
I tell you not to gamble, but you see me scratching off a scratch.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it don't make sense.
But it's true though. That's real. That's really real.
You see it all the time. But you just got to have your own mind. Life was the best teacher I could ever have.
Buddy.
You know what I'm saying?
What you say?
I always go back to this very point. The best thing my daddy could have did was put me out. That's the best thing he could have did. He knows that. You know what I'm saying? He knew that.
Do you think his dad put him out?
My dad left home when he was 16 years old.
So they had no other choice but to learn how to survive then.
Yeah, my dad said he couldn't get along with my grandma. So he left. He said my granddaddy came back and got him and told him, boy, you need to come, you're going to be something. You need to come on home. You know what I'm saying? He always laugh and say that joke. But I believe that though, you know. But that's the best thing my daddy could have did to me, man, was say I had to go. Because as long as I was able to still do what I wanted to do, and I still had a nice house to come back to, and I didn't care about the decisions that I was making.
Right.
But when I got out there on my own and I made my decisions and found out, hey, I ain't got such a nice home to come back to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got a refrigerator full of food to come back to. I ain't got this and I ain't got that. That was a wake-up call,
Right,
you know?
you make wise decisions.
You gotta make better choices.
Oh, you ain't lying,
You gotta
but
make better choices. My daddy told me years ago, I got my first job. I got my first job at the age of 17. My daddy had to sign for me just so I can work. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was supposed to be 18 when I got the job, but they went ahead and let me work. You know, and my daddy signed for permission or whatever, and he told me to put back $25. I think $25 a paycheck. Same thing I do with Antonio now. You know, but he told me put back $25 a paycheck, which was $50 a month, and if I would have listened. Right now, I was 17. So you talking about 20, you talking about 10, 16 years ago. So you do the math. $50 a month times 12 months. That's $600 a year.
oh wow.
$600 a year times 16 years. That's a lot of money. You see what I'm saying?
And on top of the interest that it would have gained from sitting there.
Yeah, but probably wouldn't have got much interest because, you know, savings or whatever. If you want your interest to grow, real estate is where you go. Houses grow your money quicker than anything. You get what I'm saying? But back to the story. If I would have listened, the reason what he was trying to do, he was trying to get me prepared for when I got older. See, if I'd have went into a marriage, let's just say $15,000.
Oh man.
That would have been a great foundation for my family. We wouldn't have went through a lot of the things that we had to go through. We wouldn't have stayed in a lot of places that we had to stay. All that. But I had to bear my own cross. You get what I'm saying? Because of the decisions that I made. I took my family. Now, it was some good stuff because we learned some stuff through it. That's just how good God is. Even if you go down the wrong path, he'll teach you something on that path. You get what I'm saying? He'll make that path still work. That's why the scripture, all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. You know what I'm saying? God, and that's another good thing. You'll be called and not even know you called. You know what I'm saying? God will have his hand on you while you out there doing God knows what. You know what I'm saying? But he still, and it's crazy, man. I used to do crazy stuff, but guess what I used to do? Like when I get in my car, I used to pray. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to go do something crazy, but before I left, I prayed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was something my mama taught me and installed in me, or was that just my relationship with God, you know? But I remember I used to do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? He kept me, you know what I'm saying? And brought me to where I'm at now. So that's just a blessing, you know what I'm saying? To know that even when you in the wrong, God still keep you because he got a later on plan for you.
Right.
And how good he is, he can use everything that you learned while you was doing bad for his glory. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
Sure.
now, I kept you. Now you go back and you go use the route I brought you in, go backwards. You see what I'm saying? Go backwards and teach people, you know, and talk to people, you know, and tell them about me. All the relationships you built while you was doing wrong,
Right.
go back and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's just how good God is. I forgot what we talked about. We just kind of jumped there right there.
I have no idea. Oh, one question. Are you going to put your kids out at an early age?
Yes.
Ooh, Lord, I'm going to be a sick dog, yeah.
Yes, I am. I ain't gonna have to put my children out. They gonna leave. I'm so hard on them. They gonna leave. I ain't hard on them, but I gotta give you some authority. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, the first break they get, they gon' dip. May not even want to go to car, but they gonna go. They gonna go just to get away. I already know that.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
Babe, I'm gonna be a sad puppy that day.
Now, you might as well get ready to be sad.
I know.
It's gonna happen.
Sure is, and I'm gonna be a sad puppy, baby.
Yeah, you might as well get ready for that, dog. Straight up. You might as well get
Even
ready
a
for that.
daughter?
She gonna want to go. She gonna want to. I'm not the type to overbear. Like the show we was watching yesterday.
Oh my God. What was that called?
I don't know.
Y'all, it's this show on TLC. Oh my God.
Plats or something like that.
If y'all not busy and just got some free time, like y'all
welcome to the platform or something like that.
I don't know.
Welcome to Plattsville. I think that's what it's called.
Oh my God. My daughter found that on TV and we all sat down and watched it together. I was just so amazed. You know, we kind of, I kind of learned from experience with the other two kids. And I kind of had this mindset too with the baby. I didn't really want him to get in sugars because when you had to take a mind to the dentist to get a mouth full of silver teeth. So from learning from experience, I tried to avoid that route with this last one. I didn't really want him to be knowledgeable of, you know, a lot of sugars and juices and stuff like that. And I did the best I could to keep him away from it. But y'all know how it is when they go to grandma's house. All that stuff go out the door or whatever. But, I mean, y'all, it was just unbelievable. The man was 20 years old. At 20 years old was his very first time ever drinking Coca-Cola. They would, I think it was, how many kids was it?
I think 8 or 9.
8 or 9 kids. And they were talking to one of the daughters and they asked her who was Spider-Man. She had no clue on to who Spider-Man was. I mean, their life is just basically they didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, sheltered
on the farm. Like it's no even, and that's what I was thinking about today when I was talking to the kids about it. On the farm, look how far of a distance the houses are. So it ain't even like they had no neighbors.
I want that though, so I can't say that. You know
I mean, but you know what? It's pros and cons I learned from the show. I took away some good stuff, and I took away some stuff. And I'm not gonna call it bad stuff because everybody got their own ideal of parenting. That don't make they way the right way and it don't make it the wrong way, and neither does my way make my way of parenting the right way or make it the wrong way.
Right.
And it goes back again to where you can learn something from everybody.
But if you watch the show, you'll learn that, okay, by her keeping, basically she was control whore. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to be controlled, but you can't. What that does is it drives your kids away. You know? Like she had one daughter that was talking to her, and she asked her daughter, "Do you have resentment towards me?" And the daughter basically told her, you know, "Do you wonder why?" You know what I'm saying? So what happens is you try to keep them so sheltered that you automatically push them away. The first chance they get to break,
oh baby,
they gonna go out and experience everything that they can. I would rather you see the things going up, and you come to me and I explain to you than just keep you from it. Then when you see it and you do it, you're like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then you look at the heartache that brings back. You know, had I just said and I talked to you, then this could have been avoided or that could have been avoided.
Right.
But just imagine setting them free full blown, don't know nothing. I mean, these kids didn't know about Spider-Man. It wasn't any sodas. It wasn't any sugars. I mean, no TV. The only TV they had was learning.
They can drink apple juice.
It probably came from out the farm.
Right.
You know, but what I did like that she instilled in her kids, you know, family was important, and that's always key. Your family is important.
You got to have a balance. It's all about balance. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a balance. You can't do too much of this, and you can't do too much of that. You got to do a balanced thing. You know, you got to do family time. You got to do free time where they get to be free and you know do a little. They may want to play basketball. One may want to ride a skateboard. I can't say, hey, y'all come in here. Let's sit down. You know what I'm saying? Because then they gonna resent me. Right,
because it's like you snatching their childhood away from
their life.
Yeah,
their freedom.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? And then they grow up, and all these years, they ain't gonna say it to you out of respect, but they have a hatred for you in their hearts. And you wonder when they get older why they'll never come back home. Holidays and stuff like that. Man, they don't even call me because they don't want nothing to remind them of the past that you kept them in.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
But what I did like is the work values that was instilled.
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
Now that part was excellent.
It's a balance. Like he said, for the children, okay, the guy said we were taught to work for everything. Our parents didn't buy us no cars, and they didn't pay our insurance. If we wanted something, we had to work and save up to get it. You know, that's a good thing.
Absolutely,
Because
I agree 100%.
It teaches you. If you, I don't know if you remember or not, but what I told Tonyo years ago. Remember what I told him?
He say half.
There you go. If you save up your money, whatever you save when you get 16, we'll match. So if
We
you
on
got
it now, baby.
So if you got $3,000, that's $6,000. That's for your first car. So the car that you get is on you.
Right.
You
right.
get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You can't be mad at the outcome because this is the work that you put in. You
Right.
get what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah, that's real.
I mean, but the TV show, y'all, I was just outdone. Like I had never in my years of living seen anything like that. It was just unbelievable, you know. These kids nowadays are privileged. I don't care what nobody say. The stuff that this generation is able to do, they privileged. Because back in the day, the stuff that compared to then and now, I don't know, our parents weren't putting up with that.
And they still got the nerve to holler they bored.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I tell you one thing, that TV show was a reality check in this house. 20 years old, his very first time ever having a Coca-Cola. Something so simple. Not saying that it's healthy for you, and I understood that point, you know. But a Coke here and there ain't gonna kill you. I mean, let's just be real.
But I mean, if you pay attention to them, they still had bad skin
Oh,
and everything
man, yeah.
else. You know what I'm saying? So.
But what I didn't understand is you tried to shelter them from the outside world, but you look at the clothing that was worn, the makeup that was worn, the hair that was, you know, done or whatever.
Right.
Like, so it's kind of like basically, because I don't think so much she felt like she was sheltering them. I feel like it was really just a complete control thing.
Control is about control.
It wasn't shelter because shelter don't well.
As long as they're in this facility,
yeah,
I can see what they're doing. You get what I'm saying?
Because the clothing and the makeup and stuff like that, that was way out the door. That's worldly.
But I got news for you. Even if they around you 24/7, you still don't know everything they doing.
What you say, buddy?
You still don't know everything they doing.
You ain't lying about that. I'm with you when you're right.
You got to go to sleep. They will learn your tactics and your skills and do stuff around up under your nose where you can't even see it.
You ain't lying.
You got to go to work. So if you sleep for 8 hours and you work for 8 hours, that's 16 hours they got right there.
Time to do whatever they gonna do.
So they gonna do whatever they want. And you don't want to know what they experiment with up under your nose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because by you not letting them go out and be themselves, that gives the mind always working.
You're right.
So that gives the mind time to create something else. So I'm gonna do something else then, since I can't do
it right.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't want them experimenting. That's the wrong thing you want them to do. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I tell you, that TV show, y'all. If y'all, I ain't advertising nobody business or nobody network or nothing like that. But I just sit and I can't sit still for long. Ain't nothing really catch my attention. But I still didn't sit long. But my God, I had never seen nothing like that. I mean, his first time, 21 years old, going to a gym was his very first time he had ever been to a gym. And just so happened, I still don't understand how he got married. But I guess he's one of the older ones. He ended up being married. And what he attracted is not what the values his parents instilled in him.
And the mama hate her.
Oh yeah, she can't stand her because she says
she's giving the boy his own mind. You get what I'm saying? That's what it's really about. The boy don't follow the same control as the mama. You get anymore.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But the Bible even tell you got to leave and clean.
Oh yeah, it does.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
I mean, you know not to cut down, but I was just so amazed. She was like, "We at the gym. Why you got on jeans?" He didn't even know how to do the workout equipment. I mean, he didn't even know how to use it. He was standing on top of it trying to figure out what it was. I mean, I was just outdone. He was amazed at even little earrings, just the simple things that, you know, our kids see often. They were just amazed. And I mean, it had good and it was good and it was bad. I ain't saying that she's a bad parent.
No, like I said, it's just about balance, because you can got, on the other hand, children that grow up too free.
Yes,
and
Lord.
they don't have, the kind of morals that they had. You get what I'm saying? It's just about learning how to balance the thing out. You get what I'm saying? The way they know how to have fun. Sit down, you have fun with your children.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You can have fun with your children.
Sure can.
You know what I'm saying? But
and without TV, without video games, you don't need all this stuff.
Put on a comedy show. Do a talent show. You know what I'm saying? What we did for Christmas at my mom's house last year. We played something.
Charades, is that the name of it?
Something like that.
Yeah, but we was over there till almost 3 o'clock in the morning, just about.
No TV.
No TV, no
no
cell
phones,
phone, no nothing.
Just family time. You get what I'm saying?
And we had a really good time.
It's fun. But see, my parents always did stuff like that when we was little. You know what I'm saying? But there's other stuff that they wasn't so hard on me on. You see what I'm saying? It's balance. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I got morals and I got knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
You can't beat that, buddy.
Not saying that I'm perfect or nothing like that. I'm just saying how it's important to have balance in your household. You get what I'm saying? So learn how to balance things out. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Well, we love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like she said, we're going to post pics. Y'all tell us who got the best fit. We're going to see who it is. I think it's going to be your boy, but we're going to see.
Well, even if he do win, I kind of helped him pick out the outfit, so he just come on my way.
Anyway, thank y'all. We love y'all. See y'all next week.
Bye-bye, y'all.